Hello, namaste, Ninja Dan here, Galactic Mastery. Thanks for all joining. Watch this video through. This is a talk towards, especially for Dr. Greer or anybody else who wants to understand about your secret military. I'm laughing because it's real, and it's if you don't know, and majority of people are scared what's about gonna go down. Extraterrestrials they're interested in conflict as well as we are too. We like to bring conflict on this planet. We like to fight among ourselves and bigger fight, judge, label, discriminate, alienate. We like to, see narcissistic comments to people. We like to have sarcasm, and we want to have our beliefs how it is. We don't want anything changed. We don't like change on this planet. But that's too bad, because you gotta understand that you're a human form. You're the only species that has evolved faster than any other species on this planet. So tough shit. So change could happen very quickly in the sense of a breakthrough, of technology or even secrets. But what's happening is the extraterrestrials know we are here, and this is how it goes down. I mean, it could have gone down a long time ago. They could have known us from the beginning. They could have made us. Okay. Knowing that, I believe for a fact they could have made us, but that could have been another species, another race of extraterrestrials. That could be another human civilization that was way more advanced, and now we got another ET. There's so many planets out there they have discovered. You don't believe that there, maybe possibility of some type of form of intelligence out there? Yeah, okay. Now they do know that. The government has revealed that. There's UFOs flying all around. And as you communicate with them, CD5, and also other forms of practice, this could go down like this. It could be like the extraterrestrials that are coming here are from a breakaway civilization. So if they're from a breakaway civilization, like they have war, they have destruction, but they have technology, they can travel, They're tired of it. They're tired of their government. They're tired of, just like how we are here, okay? So they're coming here, though. So if they're coming here, okay, and they're refugees, okay? Just imagine, with Russia and Ukraine, they're fighting, battling each other. And all the Ukrainians just flow into other countries, all the refugees. How many were so far? 2.5, maybe more. Just imagine a whole world like that, or half a world, or maybe just a little country, or it could be 2 million, it could be 5 million, it could be 10 million, it could be a billion. But with civilizations, there are level 3 civilizations that can travel beyond the stars. I wouldn't be surprised it's more than a billion. So this is where the secret military would love to shoot whistleblowers. Because the secret military that's run by that owns Lockheed Martin, SpaceX, Skunk Works, NASA. And they're just they informed the American public that, now we know that we can send these signals, and we're going to send the shapes of a human being to them. As years go on, more of the things I believe is speculation. Like, you gotta understand that, you can say we believe in the Galactic Federation. That can be speculation, but there's intelligent design out there that is very advanced. So they could have a system like what we see in movies like Star Wars, that can be a colony of lots of planets together as unity and government. So, but each planet has its own military. The whole world of that planet is united as one. So if the departmentalized projects and the secret military is moving into evolution defeat of science, technology, and consciousness, they're going to be the dominating force, and they're the ones that take over the planet, okay, in the sense to keep the planet safe from outside threat, because that's what they believe. But if there's refugees coming here right now, they're not exactly established, maybe partially the way, and people want to know because we're tired of the suffering. We want to know what they're up to, you know. We want to know if they're creating, you know, free energy devices. And it's real easy to create free energy devices. It's just by gluing two, you know, two norths and two souths together to get a super north and a super south. People, it's not that difficult to create free energy. They want to they want to delude your mind because it's all about money. Magnetism. There's no money to be made in magnetism. So they have to fuck with your mind. You know, they have to delude your mind and you know, change, you know, whatever they need to change. If you practice sensory perception and, you know, practice meditation and peace and harmony and love and in your heart, and you understand this world a little more better than everybody else that's just amped up with emotions and ADHD, and they think they're scientists writing all these math equations out. They're so deluded, you know, they're so dumb that, you know, I can create free energy like that, have my car run forever, and, you know, I'm doing it. While the rest of you idiots are just, you know, trying to piece together puzzles still. Well, the reason why you're not piecing the puzzles correctly together, because you're just looking at everybody else's, you know, understanding and awareness. But what you should be doing is really just practicing meditation, and you understand your own flux field, called an aura field, and you can expand that aura field. You can construct that aura field. You can understand that what this universe really is conductive of. It's magnetism. It's all magnetism, people. You know, it's really interesting. I believe it's all magnetism. Knowing that my body can be healed from a certain amount of, you can make your body very healthy by drinking Ormus. Ormus is magnetism. It has all the rare, you know, elements that you can put in your body, like gold and platinum and all that kind of stuff, and that creates magnetism. It makes your aura field very condensed and very powerful, like superhuman abilities. And they sell that now on Amazon. That comes from the Bible. It says in the Bible, Jesus gave to his disciples. That's where he was able to do all these amazing energy abilities, like give all the fish to David, you know, in the Bible, and all these miracles. And miracles were happened by Ormus. Or go order it on Amazon, please. You drink that, you're gonna be very magnetic energy, and eventually you work in sensory perception. You'll be able to move objects and do telekinesis very well, and also heal your body very well, and also heal others, because bioelectromagnetism is a way to heal human to human. So if you build the field without even Ormus, you don't need Ormus. You can just do Qigong, Tai Chi, relax movements, yoga, and understand the chakra systems. What they're in their body, their glands, organs. You can understand how you can actually build and contract and compress energy in your body. You can actually create this force field and send it out there, and people have a profound effect on healing your body. You can heal other people's bodies, like from cancer. And they want to zap radiation cells. Okay, blow up cells, create more of the radiation in people's bodies, and they die. That's what medical industry is great for. You know, making money off of that shit. Making money off of death. It's really sad, disgusting. Magnetism is the only way to heal your body. Knowing that when you go to an MRI machine and you jump into an MRI machine to scan your body, they're trying to look into your body. Okay, they're running that at 4 Tesla, like crazy watts of energy, and then you're only having minor side effects and not much, you know. So knowing that you can just harness all that voltage into, you know, an alternator and generate your house with free energy from an MRI machine. And these people are dumb. They don't want you to, well, they're not dumb, they're deluded, they're misinformed, informed. You know, they don't want to teach them the real stuff, because there's no money to be made in it. That's the one thing. That's how money to be made. But you can go down to the local hardware store and get a spark plug for $1. Two spark plugs here and here with a magnet between it, north and south. Boom, makes a flux field, and generates so much less electricity that you can just now hook that up, the two little wires up to an alternator. I mean, not alternator, inverter, and invert it into the AC that you need. So yeah, it's pretty wild. They don't want to tell you that stuff. They don't want to tell you any of this stuff. There's easy to create flux fields. I mean, look at the pyramid stuff. So you go stand next to 3 trees. You got the 3 trees. Okay, 1, 2, 3 out in the woods, wherever, and by your house. And right in the center there, that's where the energy is. The more contractive energies. You just start going like this with your hands, doing your qigong, doing your yoga right there. You healed. your coronavirus be gone. Everything, because trees get off magnetism. If they have negative ions, that's the negative ions are actually the positive ones, and the positive ions are the ones that create smog and pollution. They clump things up and make toxic, air to breathe. The negative is actually cleanse it all and makes your body healthy. So why are you not, doing yoga in between 3 trees? 3, 6, 9. Tesla, come on, be perfect. Come on, let's learn. So the extraterrestrials are so for instance, this is what's the politics and government and military and all the stuff that's in the secret military. Okay, it's already on the moon. They're already established so much. Okay, but I don't think they're that big to take over the world, to the New World Order yet. And people think New World Order is a bad thing. No, it's actually a good thing, because you're fighting among yourselves. You're creating war and havoc, destruction, all this kind of stuff. And yeah, they might kill whistleblowers because they don't want their technology to be revealed. Because if they're revealed, and then all these people come in, it dissolves it, and you don't get any of the technology. So I think that's the main reason. Let's wait. Let's see what they can create, and see if when extraterrestrials do show up, and if they're already having a correlation connection with them. No, this is Illuminatis. You can actually tell. Illuminatis are not about politics, not about religion. They're not about keeping your mind in a controlled state of and not allowing outside influence to take part. All religions are cults. No, they only allow inside. They don't allow inside influence. Okay, they're not like Joe Smo from the street corner like me to go into a church and provide this knowledge. You're a demon. Okay, I'm an outsider that's not allowed to be a part of a closed system that keeps people's minds closed. You suffer from this intention. This is why you have war and genocide, fight among yourselves. This is not unity. Religion is not unity. So you need to get rid of you. Religion, push it aside. People don't believe it anyways. You're drinking, you're smoking. If you believe that Jesus is going to take you to the kingdom of heaven because you smoke, that's your belief. Because I would say the devil smokes. He smokes. Or the demon. But it's all about really about you. It's not about religion. It's about you. It's a self-reflection of you and how you need to change better, good for yourself and others. It's what religion really is. It's self-recognizing the self of internal peace. So, but in the sense that that's 100% is Illuminati's control the secret military, and they control the secret space force. Well, actually, this is how I figured this out. Actually, it was tried to be opened from one president, and I don't vote, but President Trump, he tried to open Solar Warden by creating a bridge, by creating the Space Force. He created Space Force for a bridge to Solar Warden. He knew about Solar Warden. So this bridge was supposed to be established and then opened up, but what happened was a pandemic. And so that's another story. So now it's like dissolved in a way that they're not going to allow it. But it might be open soon because of one thing. The major thing that it's going to be forced to bring technology forward is because of extraterrestrials. Extraterrestrials could come from a breakaway civilization. They could be refugees from another world. So this is how it's going to go down. If they come here with a lot of their own ships, and they're big, okay, we're going to have to adapt fast. So by all means, watch anything you can on Gaia Network, or towards how they explain a lot of this stuff, towards the secret space program and all that kind of stuff. If a breakaway civilization is like in war, like we have here, but they're maybe traveling to experience things. Once you put out signals through meditation, I don't care if you're meditating, okay, on the ground and just trying to learn how to meditate, or if you're, I would say more advanced meditators like me, would connect with the aura field. We build an aura field that's very condensed and fat and strong, and we manifest our intention within that aura field. Say, for instance, I want to connect to ETs. We build that field, and then we send it out there. Okay, there's practices of this I teach, and you can see this Dr. Greer does the same thing with students. So as you send the signal, if they're flying around in their ships and they're gonna have this aura field around the ship, this incursion field, they're tugging on space-time as they travel through it. Okay, we're pushing, we're sending, pushing. Yin yang rotates like this. This is pulling, this is pushing. This is how this universe works. As we're pushing energy to send with the intention and desire of things, or anything it is, money, wealth, love, sex, whatever, okay, drugs, okay, we're sending energy, okay, they're tugging on Space Force. I mean, not Space Force, space, they're tugging on it. To travel, you have to tug on it to pull. Telekinesis is done through pull sensations. You're pulling energy, you push it as well, but you can only do it two ways. You can only change the polarities two ways. Okay, so as you're pulling it, it's connecting to it. That's how it does. It connects to it. That's how you have this field, this connection, this universal connection of things. Okay, just like me making a connection with, like I said, telekinesis. So you're sending signals, they're pulling on the space-time as they're traveling. And if they have a field around the ship and a field around their bodies, what do you think it's going to do? It's going to connect to them. And if if some people say, sometimes some spacecraft could be very, very advanced, like have their own consciousness. Well, that would be like building a supercomputer and making it so it has like some type of web technology that like just can pick up on vibrations, and those vibrations are human thoughts, and it can easily be scrambled okay, into the way that they can understand what it is. So that they're all pitches, sound waves from a voice, or from our thoughts, or from our intentions, or whatever. So it's in a field, so you think about it, it's actually more powerful. So this is energy going out, so it's energy, it's force of energy, and this is coming, and they're pulling space-time as they fly through the space. So that interacts and they communicate with it. So they go, oh, there's a civilization over there. So this is where it gets really dangerous. As people evolve, and that's not too many people on this planet know, we're the only species on this planet, so what we know, that evolves faster than any other species. So humans evolve, and how we evolve is through sensory perception. If if you're not going to learn sensory perception and mold your senses together to understand how you can feel objects from a distance and understand a lot of other things, it might it could be a lot of different ways of understanding of knowledge and and the intelligence of the human mind of so many things. But I believe it's the perception. We learn perception. If we can train sensory perception in elementary school, just imagine when they become my age, their intelligence would be absolutely amazing. It would be like the new, human hybrid. And knowing that I'm like a human hybrid myself, knowing I'm already doing things that are just breaking the laws of physics every day. This is a perception of thoughts and emotions. And, when you have thoughts and emotions and you're thinking about how it all works out, making all these mathematical equations, this is all just thoughts. There's nothing about clarity and energy in a conductive field. It might be in a way that you believe it without a doubt to be true, but when somebody breaks it, it's like, oh, it's not really true. So knowing that I have done scientific measurements and shown that it broke this. Extraterrestrials, they come here from possibly a breakaway civilization. If they do that, and people see this, but they're not in tuned like I am, like in this higher consciousness of peace and love, and knowing that they might be friendly. But when a breakaway civilization, like just say for instance, like we have in the situation right now in Russia and Ukraine, refugees come across because they're traumatized, they're afraid, they're scared, so they want to get away from war, okay, from death, from men fighting and killing themselves, okay? They do the same thing. They escape. Now they found a nice planet. Wow. But the people on there don't like them. They're scared of them. We think these people have technology. If you fight them, but they're afraid, and you're afraid too, that creates conflict. So that means, we could be, in a conflict with a alien race. It could look just like us or totally different. Or it could be just a combining race. Another thing is, they could think of us as a breakaway civilization. And they have a huge, establishment, like we've seen Star Wars. And they notice that we are here. Now they bring their whole military here, okay? And we're defenseless and helpless. Okay, and we are, put on ships and sent to their planet without, and yeah, are we slaves now? Are we free on their planet? This is very scary. Okay, knowing that maybe all extraterrestrials are pretty much friendly, so if they do come here, they'll come here and say, oh, there's a refugee planet here. And then they'll figure out that it's not refugee, but it is a civilization that is growing. But it does have its, downs that we fight among ourselves. We kill ourselves, we destroy, destruct, we fight over money, all sorts of crap. So they're gonna think they probably have love and consciousness, so they help out. And I think they do. They have shut down a lot of nuclear silos over these decades from us killing ourselves. So if they're helping, they could be a breakaway. They could be a real like Star Wars. It could be like the Galactic Federation, a lot of people believe. And that means that has unity with planets. Okay, so and government and military and resources like crazy, and they have they have built up to a unified system of different cultures, and as evolution evolves with them, and also probably with other species that are intelligent are with them. So it is like Star Wars in a way, like we see in Star Wars. But yeah, do they fight with other things and stuff like that? That could be happening too, but we don't know. But like, they come here. The people of this planet could be very upset because you have your lifestyle, you have your life. You don't want it to be, messed with. You have your things you like to do with the how society has made it for you to believe you want everything else. So that would be disrupt like crazy. Okay, and it's total anarchy. Actually, I think total widespread confusion, and so if you the secret military, the secret government, okay, is really a protection against widespread panic. Does it have it has its perks, but then it doesn't want people to know what it's doing, knowing it's shooting down UFO aircraft and mutilating these ETs that are probably very peaceful, and putting them in prison and prison them and probably making them work with them, understand a lot about them, because we are like a reptilian mind species. We don't really have consciousness much on this planet. We're not all peaceful, and mostly military is not. Knowing that the military is really a establishment of fear from other countries that might harm other countries. It's all this. The military is not exactly. Military takes away unity and love for others, for all human beings, all human life. So knowing that you're not allowed to think for yourself, you're only allowed to think for the person that is giving you this order, and you execute that one guy because I told you to, towards my perception and how it is supposed to be, type nonsense. So that's all not really consciousness. But extraterrestrials have a step up, and I feel like humans can learn a lot from extraterrestrials, and we have. And an aura field can be built. Your body has an aura field no matter what. You just don't believe it, or what you do or not. This aura field can be condensed and compressed, and then when you do that, you have more protection because you're building magnetism up. You can harness magnetism from different areas outside, like trees and nature and water and like oceans have oceanic currents. You can feel this if you become to build your perception, your sensory perception. Some people are born like this. They're empathic. They're sensitive to things, or or maybe they had anxiety as a teen and then, or whatever. Sometimes things happen within DNA and stuff like that. So that's all stuff I don't want to get into. But like, so you can be empathic. Empathic is a good thing. Even when people put you down, say you're ADHD, bipolar, whatever, that's a label and judgmental, racist remark. Just remember that, okay? Whoever says that, they're racist, okay? You're empathic. You can do things. That's beyond them. You can actually train on that. You can build that up more stronger. So if you get your emotions down and build your intuitive sense, you'll be very powerful, very powerful. You'll be like a human hybrid. Like what I teach on my Patreon. I mostly want to find people that are empathic already, because they're the ones that are going to be like the Jedis. And if there's a breakaway civilization or a huge, Galactic Federation that shows up here real soon, on that there's a lot more of them showing up. Yeah, you might have more to offer people that are on Earth that are looking for protection or understanding, because you have more perception. You understand things much more easier than humans that are just afraid of everything, because that's what humans do to humans. They just project on themselves, and they create fear, and they create manifestations of slavery. I mean, that's how it goes. It's just the facts. We're in a very low grade civilization, and we're slowly moving through time, but it's not exactly how it was really planned. I don't believe. I mean, I guess it's all about how our minds evolve towards peace, and um, um, as my abilities and my energy practices as they evolve, I'm building so much more intuitive sense. I know that there's a secret military, and it's big. I don't want to really talk too much about it no more. Um, I know it's probably the Illuminati's, knowing that they're about illumination, and they're about energy abilities, and they're about, you know, taking all the amazing people around the world and combining them together to create a new world order. Okay, and this new world order is basically Solar Warden. Solar Warden is being built, and if it's not built by the time extraterrestrials come here that come from breakaway civilization or from the Galactic Federation, we might be in trouble, because even a very intelligent species that has love could have their own ways, and they could say, oh, we'll let you be, but you should come with us, or we'll offer you this. They can be very friendly in that sense, but then they could even be very tricky, because they use telepathy and energy, so they can trick your mind. So they can be very tricky, very quick. So that's the problem. Extraterrestrials, when you stand next to them, I feel like if you don't have an aura field, you might feel like crap. So it's probably really important to human beings to really practice meditation and also build an energy field. You already have an aura field, but you need to build it more condensed, magnetism. Because if those extraterrestrials do come up here and they come up in your face, and it doesn't matter if they have a gun next to you and they get on this plane, get on this UFO with me, or hello, I'm Dave, I should say just Dan, Hey, you want to hang out? Want to do something? Want to go out? that field might bother you. Sometimes it might feel like a taser gun. So you need to build a field to protect yourself from feel like crap. Because they have field, and if you understand, they're in a field in a ship. So if they're in a ship with this field, then they can go faster than the speed of light, and they're not feeling the effects because they're on their own quantum field with this magnetism that they created, and it covers the whole ship, just like the planet is covered with this Borealis field of magnetism from our planet. And so that's why the sun has the rays around the planet like that, and it creates that the fields, the flux fields. So you have one too. Even everything in nature has one. So this is the real science, and Einstein is full of shit. Okay, you gotta really understand that. You gotta really snap out of it. I mean, that was basically a way to elude your mind in so many different ways. I mean, I already have shown my stuff is real. And I already have told you some of the free energy stuff. So I know a lot. Like, I know where all these secret military bases are. Like, I have perception. I train my senses. I'm not going to reveal a lot of stuff, but I can. But I don't want to be a target of opportunity. Okay? They're building Solar Warden. It will be finished. It's not going to be 100 years and a million years. And when it happens, I think they'll provide a lot more things than you ever wanted. Okay, so like free health for your life for infinity. Not free healthcare, free living life to be 25 every day. Rest for a long time. Not your rest of your life. Let's say you rest your life to like 1,000 years, long time. Okay, like a long time. Okay. No, they have a lot of stuff like this. I'm not going to reveal. I already know the science behind it. I could create it myself. Could I sell it? I could sell it. Can I patent it? No. Okay, it's okay. You can never patent these things. Even if you create out your mind or stole it from telepathy or remote viewed it in other secret government facilities like I have, you're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to create it. Second, you're not going to be able to even patent it if you did. If you did create it, hey, more power to you for your own living condition. A lot of people have. Oh, a lot of people have. And they don't care. I don't believe they care. People say they have death ray satellites pointing down on people's heads and frying their brains. Oh, what, 1 million people? Maybe more? It's growing like that, crazy. Everybody's learning free energy when you open your mind and think for yourself and never allowing your mind to listen to another official ever again because they're full of shit. Don't listen to officials. Don't listen to doctors. Don't listen to scientists. They don't know shit, okay? They're not part of what they're a part of. They're actually, maybe they are, and they delude your mind, including, the universities. Think about it. Magnetism. There's no money to be made in magnetism, but they use magnetism, like I said, MRI machines. So, like, there's no be money to made in this. So, like, but it's the future of technology. There's magnetism in your phone. You remember your fingers in your phone, your crystals in your phone. So it's like, oh, it's funny. People, it's like they found stuff back in the 1920s, and they just like, this is the real science. Well, you know what? I can't make shit with this. That's what they did. So they needed to create some type of, a flawed, system to create money so they can get funding for it. That's what I believe. I mean, I know, and I can create it just by $100. Said to a bunch of stuff already. I laugh because it's ironic and it's really interesting and really funny that it's really simple. Actually, it's really simple. But they really try to elude people's minds, saying it's impossible. It's like you need to go through. You have to be a doctor. You need 8 years of college, right? And all this other knowledge and all this on the job training with patients. Train your sensory perception. You build an aura field. You conduct and condense energy, and you send through the screen and condense it on the screen. People feel this energy. There goes the migraines, the depression, the headaches, the insomnia, the sickness, the sore throats, the lungs that are filled with fluid and cold. The coronavirus symptoms gone. But doctors need these universities and play and. This is all a way to elude you. I mean, I don't know why they did it that way. I believe it's because of money. There's no money to be made with magnetism. Magnetism is the only way it's going to heal your body. Okay, so this is called bioelectric magnetism. I think there's lots of different levels of fields of magnetism, and they know that. So, and when you add electricity to it, you're going to be the more. So, and so. That's the whole thing. That's what I got per day, and maybe I'll throw out more videos down the road on YouTube. If you're interested in a quantum remote healing session, please email me. Or just send me a text through Facebook, Instagram. Check out my TikTok page, 64,000 followers, 2.6 million viewers. Climbing. TikTok's amazing. Thank you, TikTokers, for liking all my videos. Lots of training practices in there. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff to learn about sensory perception, telekinesis, aerokinesis, psychokinesis, remote viewing, CRV remote viewing, control remote viewing, meditation, grounding meditations, awareness meditations, loving kindness meditations. There's a lot of different things I work on. There's a lot of different kinesises. There's a lot of different ways to train your inner senses. Okay, this is a key element right here to understand because it's a part of the evolution to expand very fast. If everybody learned centric perception on this planet for 1 year, the intelligence of this planet would skyrocket. Thank you.